Good evening, folks. Odd here, which SB says CIA agent nabbed in Moscow. Ooh. Al-Qaeda. It says promises of millions, a new face, and detailed instructions on a double agent conspiracy in Moscow, bearing the hallmarks of a Cold War spy thriller. Russia's counterintelligence agency says it caught a CIA officer trying to flip a Russian operative. The Federal Security Service, FSB, Public Relations Center announced that the detainee individual was Ryan Christopher Folge, a career diplomat working as the third secretary of city or embassy in Moscow. Oh, so there we go. Keep an eye out on that one, because you know Russia will be like, you either give us back our boy that's in the Guantanamo, or you ain't getting him back. I guess we'll see where that leads, right? Also, Realist News, emergency G7 meeting. What the are they talking about? As all the gold and silver is being bought up by all of the, foreign countries. Now these 3 Xclass solar flares with the 7-pointer over in the Pacific. Mount Popo in Mexico erupting. Then the Coco Plate, the triangle plate that connects to the San Andreas Fault, and plus they're showing a triangular pattern in the Pacific Ocean around the west coast of the U.S. that's heating. Last time that Mount Popo erupted like this caused a huge earthquake in California. So a lot of people have been keeping their eyes out on that. What are they talking about? Are they saying it's here, we need to start heading underground now? I don't know. I guess we'll find out, right? 12 prophecies for 2013 coming to pass. Cyclone, 6.8 earthquake. Pastor Paul Bagley talking about the 3 solar flares, all other 12 prophecies that he's talked about, the cyclone that's hitting India right now, and the 7-point earthquake that was downgraded to a 6.8. All 3 monitors read a 7.0. For some reason they downgraded it to a 6.8. So I guess we'll see. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out. Also, Xclass sun flares. This is from Earth Space 101. He always has very interesting videos. It shows all 3, X-17, X-28, and the X-32. If you guys want to look at them, very, very interesting right there. I mean, this sunspot, man, it's heading in our way, This is 1748 right here, AZ 1748. So we need to keep our eyes out on this sunspot, as now if it were to fire an X-Class flare. The one is already grazing us. The last one, the 3-2, is going to graze Earth. Now if one pops off, it's going to be more than a graze. So we need to be prepared for that. Also, severe weather threat into the weekend. All of the Central Plains. Also West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, DC, Baltimore, Virginia, and West Virginia. All going to see some storms. Also Texas and Oklahoma are going to see storms tomorrow, and through the weekend it's just going to get worse. Possible huge tornado outbreak this weekend, so we need to pay attention to that. Also, this was really, really, really sad news. In my honest opinion, is this what the Mayans were talking about? It's like, no. It says, the Mall Pyramid bulldozed in Belize for rocks. Yeah. They're bulldozing an ancient Mayan pyramid in Belize for rock for their new road, to lay a new road, a new highway. So they're taking down the pyramid to lay a new highway. Honestly, this made me sad just to see this. How can anybody, that's like tearing apart someone's gravesite. Just, man, people have no common courtesy in this world anymore. For nothing but what they want for here and now. Also, weird, smelly, mystery foam oozes through cracks in Chinese streets. What the heck is that? Looks like the marshmallow man from Ghostbusters, man, starting to come up out of the ground. Some crazy stuff there. It says something very strange started oozing out of the streets in the Chinese city of Nanjing on Saturday night. Generally, actually, you know what? I think I know what that is. It's all the beer everybody's been pissing down the toilets in China. Starting to backflow up through the streets. It is a Saturday night. So I don't know. I mean, you guys tell me. Alright, Saturday night generally, when weird things start erupting from the ground in Asia, it says in countries, it's in the form of a giant B-movie monster. But this invasion was a whole lot realer. And a whole lot smaller. At around 9 p.m., pedestrians began to notice the pavement at the Wujo Bayin Lane cross intersection started to crack and split open, and before long a foamy white substance was spewing from the cracks, brimming with a foul-smelling stench. Within a short time, the foam had spread to a 50-meter radius and stood a foot high, according to the Chinese news outlet. Started evacuating civilians and helping redirect the flow of traffic. Let's see, it says the centimeter wide cracks. They call it Godzilla barf. Godzilla barf, huh? Wow. I don't know. You guys want to read into that? Also, UK residents baffled by sudden appearance of bubble storm cloud formation. I've seen this. I have seen this in Annapolis, Maryland before last year, and I thought it was like the end of the world kind of stuff, or there was like a really bad tornado or something in the area. I didn't know what the heck was going on, but I've seen this before. Anybody else has seen it, comment at the bottom, because I've never seen clouds like this before, except for last year was the first time, and now they're popping up everywhere. You know, it says dark, menacing, and bubbly. These images show the outstanding phenomenon which materialized over the skies in Sheffield. The skies above Telford formed into dark clouds which turned into gray and imposing bubbles and resembled the advent of an alien landing. I don't know, it looks crazy to me. Also talks about the earthquake yesterday. Also the volcano eruption in Mount Popo. Actually, this is another volcano. This is Alaska. Volcano threatens to blow. Satellite imagery shows Mount Pavlov volcano is very, very hot. Another volcanic eruption. Telling you folks, something bad's about to happen. So also, you see down here in Mexico, Mount Popo. All the West Coast stuff right there. Also, Indonesia having earthquake eruptions. Also, giant ice meteor slams to Earth near kids playing in Tennessee. Now that's something strange. There's a video on it there if you guys want to look into it. Also, pandemic fears rising. China reports 3 more H7N9 deaths. Saudi Arabia reports 4 more coronavirus infections. Some more Sars infections as well. Now remember, most of all of this is just from one day, from yesterday to here. Sun unleashes 3 powerful X-Class solar flares within 24-hour period. There you go, folks. That's the bottom of their page. If you guys want to read into all of that, very interesting stuff to read, like always. All that within a day's worth of time. Also, if you guys didn't catch this, this is the May 11, 2013 Clif High Wujo on the Global Coastal Event. If you guys want to read it or listen to it, it's about an hour and 15 minutes. Very, very, very interesting stuff there. Also, he just had a radio show with this guy named Sean David yesterday morning, so if you guys want to look at that, also more interesting detail about the Global Coastal Event. You know, everything's coming true. I mean, I don't know what to think. I've been getting prepared just in case. You know, it's 3 solar flares. It's enough to wake me back up. Also, Glenn Beck, Where is America Today? Summer 2013. Alright, this is him saying that somebody called him from one of the big news organizations, one of the 3, and told him of something catastrophic coming this way. This was released today. And I guess we will see later on tonight. He says he's going to update people later on tonight. Not from this video, but from an article that a friend of mine was telling me about. A few friends, actually. Also, the planet Einstein. Supposedly they found a new planet out in about 2,000 light years from Earth that's 25% larger than Jupiter, and they named it Einstein. So if you guys want to go ahead and read into that, that's from J7409. So always interesting stuff from him. Also, planet, sun, and star sizes compared. Yeah, watch this video and realize how tiny we all really are. Even our sun. Very interesting video there. You know, that right there could be a wake-up call just to remind us of how tiny we are. Also, on space weather predictions, supposedly there is a chance, I got this information from somebody that I know that has very good detailed information, inside source, that there's a huge chance for an X plus 20, a plus X-20 class flare to pop off in the next 48 hours. That would be a huge solar flare, and if it comes from Sunspot 1748, we're screwed. So we need to be praying here, because that sunspot is still looking extremely evil and dangerous. Also, on to AMS, showing 16 fireball reports right now. You know, 20 on the 12th, 21 on the 11th, 19 on the 9th, 5 on the 8th. You know, there was like 48 on the 5th, you know, 100 and something on the 1st. Just a lot of fireballs. 55 on the 4th. You know, like 6 on the 3rd, some on the 2nd. But right now there's 28 on the 13th, 20th on the 20th, and now currently investigating 16 more reports. Mainly California, Washington, Texas, Louisiana. Also, Meteor Hunter's blog spot, showing it all around the west coast as well. Also down over here around Jamaica and South Africa. Also, if you guys want to check out the last solar flare that popped off, a really good viewpoint of it. This is from USOG 180. Very interesting. It shows like, it looks like a lightning bolt coming off of it across the sun that is like larger than Earth, way larger than Earth and Jupiter. It was amazing looking. If you guys want to check it out, he got a really good capture point of it. So if you guys want to check into that as well. Also onto Helio Viewer. Still looks like a cross. The sunspot here. The sun is actually, the sunspot is about here now. So this hasn't really updated yet. But the sunspot's about right here now. We can actually see it. So it is in range. If it fires, we are... we just better pray. That's all I'm saying. Because the one that just fired, we are getting a shot across the bow with that one. And... yeah. So we need to be praying on that. Also, some reason... endless entrail spiral, still not showing the last flare, but you can see how close those the second one was to hitting Earth, the first and second. So you know the third one's grazing Earth. So now if another one were to pop off, it's going to hit us. Not full on, but we're going to get hit. So we need to pay attention to that. Also, the Bartol neutron monitors are back up, which is a good thing. So they were down for a little bit, probably fixing their problems, but they are back up. Also, MacBird real-time data showing a drop-off, but it's going to go back up as well. So we need to keep our eyes out on that. Also on here, now we just had a little high C, so it looks like the sunspot's acting up again. We have to keep our eyes out on it tonight, because if we get another Xclass, you know, there is plasma penetration from those flares. Also, look at all of the radiation coming in to Earth right now. High levels of radiation. You know, KP index fluctuating high up, you know, 2s and 3s. You know, if it goes above 4, you got some stuff to worry about as well. You know, also the electron flux is up, so we have to keep our eyes out on all of that. Also, I wanted to show you guys this, just in case. This is Denver Airport. You guys can watch all live feed cameras from that. Also, flight data tracker. So you guys can watch any flights all around the world. Also around Denver Airport. So if you guys want to look into that. Also, 5.6 in northern Sumatra and another 4.9 in Tonga. Nothing else bigger as of this time. Also, you guys can look at all the volcanic eruptions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and other possibles, and 6 actually, other possibles all around the area. So there you go, folks. Much love to you all, and may God bless.